What's up, guys? I'll be right back and right with you. I'm just working on a video while I'm waiting for people to show up, so you'll see me back and forth probably. Let me move this wire out of the way. That might help. And we'll show it to people once they get here. Oops, sorry, Recon. I had it muted. I was working on a video. I've been here for a while, so no one had showed up. So I was working on a video. So yeah, talking is fine. I was just occupying myself while I was waiting for everybody to show up. In fact, you can watch me what I'm doing. I'm working on an intro um, for if I change the name. I'm trying to get to a point here where the ending of it I got not bad. You can see it right here. But now I'm trying to get the paintings in the front of it, but I can't seem to crop them down for some reason. I'm not sure why they won't let me crop them. Oh, hey Doc, how you doing, buddy? Poor Recon was talking to me for a while before I finally saw him. I was working on a video because I didn't see anybody here. I'm doing okay. I'm just messing around with the video and can't seem to get to do what I want to do. But I got an idea why I'm not finding out what I'm doing. Let me see here. I think it's got something to do with the overlays in it. Yep, I bet it is. I'll bet you it is. Yep, I'm right. That's where it is. All right, that's what the problem was. Well, not really. No good news. Haven't heard really much of anything. I think it's about the same, I guess. I've had to break the news to my son and other kids about my other son that's not doing well at all. But other than that, that's about it. That's what I wanted it to do. Took me a while, but I got it finally. I just have to remember what I did the last time. Well, they knew he was, but they didn't know about other things about it. He's a lot worse than he was. There's things I haven't told you guys yet, just haven't done it yet because I'm hoping something will change, but it hasn't yet. Hope y'all don't mind me farting around this video here. Well, I'm sure there was a drug-related part to it, but it was from a heart infection. They did open heart surgery on him, had to replace a valve. Now the infection's back. Actually, there's 2 or 3 infections that are in there, so it's made things even worse, and they can't operate again because it's too soon. So frankly, I haven't told anybody this. I've been holding it in, but they've only given him about a year or less to live. I've been trying to keep that quiet, actually. Yeah, Jennifer knows. Jennifer and my other daughter knew already, so I told them, but I hadn't told my son, my other son, the oldest son. And he's definitely taking it pretty hard. They had their squabbles with each other, but it's they still loved each other. Well, we're not going to give up because they're contacting the Mayo Clinic because they may be able to do something these other doctors are not willing to do. And of course, one of the problems was one of the doctors kind of gave up because my son kept asking questions and he didn't want to do everything they wanted to do the way they wanted to do it. And so it pissed them off. And then one of them refused to do anything at all. So they did finally get a lawyer in there yesterday or the day before, I guess. And the lawyer done told them, y'all better be doing something or you're all going to have a hell of a lawsuit on your ass. Because they just wanted to send him home and let him die. So they're going to put a PICC line in him and put him at a rehab place where he can get, they have actually medical staff there to keep the IVs going in the PICC line to help further kill the infection and then go from there. Mhm. Yeah, I can't seem to find the spot that I wanted here for some reason. As you can see what I'm doing here. Yeah, I see on TV you guys are having a heck of a time with snow up north there. See tractor trailers being jackknifed and cars all over the place and all kinds of accidents. Pretty bad. Overlay. Why do I keep forgetting the anything I want. 5 inches of snow, huh? Wow. Well, all I can say is I'm glad I don't live up north anymore. Couldn't stand all that snow. So you guys watching what I'm doing here? You give her money? That's probably a good idea. I bought the wife a giant box of, with a big heart of chocolates and a card, and she gave me the empty box. I gotta admit, my wife would probably rather have had the money. Wouldn't be surprised at all. This isn't so hard once I got it figured out. Almost getting done here with this. You don't use these editors often. You forget how to use anything in the dang thing. Did you lose power, did you, Recon? I know we're supposed to be getting some cold weather here, that's for sure. More than I wanna get. Well, yeah, that's one good thing about up north. Most people have a wood burning stove. I know we did. Alright, I think I got this thing done. I don't know if you guys can hear the audio. I think you can hear the audio when I put something up in the when I share the video. I'm going to, play this for you guys. So, it's not very long, it's just a new intro. If I decide to change the name, I wanna get your opinion on it, so here we go. So what do you think, guys? Could you all hear it? You can be honest now. I want you to be honest with me. If you think it sucked, let me know. Huh. No, I think she's watching her great-grandson tonight. But it doesn't stop her from popping in. Maybe he's fussy at the moment and she just hasn't joined. How did it look? I'm more interested in the way it looked than I did the sound. In fact, the sound I might even change. I'm thinking about jumping on my guitar and get my drum machine going and do something myself for the music. But how about the video itself and the ending of it and all that good stuff? So what did you think of the name that you saw on the end of it that I decided to use, probably if I do, change it? Yeah, Doc said he was hearing it all right. I haven't tried. Of course, it's not out live yet either. That's just in the editor. But I could probably turn it up more. I was more concerned with how the video itself looked than the sound. Like I said, I may just pull out my guitar and drum machine or whatever and do something myself for the music part. Hmm. Well, thanks. That's what I was concerned about, was what it looked more professional. That's what I'm trying to do, is get something way more professional than what I've had. So I kinda got some ideas from Bob Ross, and I'm playing around with it and seeing what happens. That's just the starting point right there, basically. I didn't even log Francis on today. And I need to get that extra time on there for it. A little bit late for it, I guess, 43 minutes, but I guess it's better than not. Better than nothing, I guess. A little bit late for it, I guess. 40. Oh, he's been a long time ago. He passed away quite a long time ago. Oh, he passed away quite a long time ago. Yeah, I think he passed like, I don't know, 10 years ago or so. I'm not sure exactly how many, but I know it's somewhere in that area. I'm trying to keep this mic away from me enough so you can see me better. We've had a lot of rain here lately. I tell you, yesterday we got flooded with it. A little bit today, but not too much. Which y'all probably don't know this, but Bob Ross actually learned from William Alexander. He kind of got the idea for his own show that way and started painting that way and actually trained under William Alexander. They even did a couple of paintings together. One of them, I've seen one of them down in New Smyrna where his school was. Oh, Bob Ross was pretty famous before he died. He made his he didn't make anything selling his paintings because he refused to sell them. He could have. In fact, his son probably could now. You know, his son that kind of runs the business in the background now. And since Bob had 3 of each painting, there's literally hundreds and hundreds of them that are worth $5,000 to $10,000 a piece. So he could literally clean up on them, but he hasn't said anything about selling them or anything. But Bob made his money on the Bob Ross painting supplies, like the brushes and all the things you needed, paint, everything that he used on the show. In fact, people don't know it, but he didn't get paid a dime ever for doing all those painting videos on Channel 5 or anything on TV. He did it all for free. He didn't get paid for it. It was all donated time. He made his money, like I said, by his merchandise. And he made a pretty good chunk from that alone. I mean, just think about it. All the paint, and there's a lot of people that were getting into the painting, whether it was Bob Ross or William Alexander. Yeah, PBS. PBS didn't pay Bob a dime, ever. I mean, you got the pallets, the cleaning buckets, the brushes. I mean, them brushes are expensive too, real expensive. If you want that full set, you're looking at a couple $100 at least. Because some of them you really want a couple of, 2 or 3 of, so it's at least a couple $100. Then you got the paint, get started in the paint. I mean, to go all out and start with Bob Ross stuff right now, you're probably looking at, well, you don't have to get all the colors, but just his major colors would probably cost $300 or $400 minimum. Now you could get by with not using his palette and get your own easel. You can get easels cheaper than his. That big easel he uses on the show is real pricey. That thing's over $200-$300 at least. I thought about it once, but actually one of them he used was he made out of a stepladder. But yeah, that's where his money was the merchandising. I'm not sure. I still keep trying to look and find out why we're not getting more people here. Some of my videos now are actually popping up fairly quickly now in the search engines when I'm looking for what on red or whatever. Or even if you do a search for Bob Ross, I'm up there pretty good now. Takes a couple of pages to get to me, but I'm way up there more than I was. But it's still kind of puzzling. Oh, I know. He's pretty common now. Even when he was alive, most everybody I talked to knew who he was. Some of them didn't know his name, but they go, "Oh, that guy with that had the squirrel on his shoulder and the bushy hair." They at least describe him so they knew who he was. But I didn't hear of many people very often that said they didn't know who he was. Yeah, yeah. Bill Alexander had a harder road than Bob Ross did. From what I did read up on William a little bit. He painted for years and years. He'd get a spot in a mall someplace or something and paint people or paint pictures live, and just like he did on TV. It took him many years before he ever got a spot on TV, on PBS or anything else. But he did make a living with his paintings. Unlike Bob Ross, William Alexander, sold his paintings. He didn't keep very many of them to himself. He sold them. He had to support kids and a wife and whatever, and so he had to do that. When he finally did get on PBS, because I remember, I'm talking about a long time ago, William Alexander had his own line of paint and everything else. Paint, easel, same thing Bob Ross had, but it had William Alexander on it. But it was his version of it. Oh, I'm sure there's not many that know of him now, probably, but they may. YouTube opens up all that now. I mean, most kids are on YouTube. If they look up painting, that Bob Ross is going to pop up somewhere, without a doubt. William Alexander will too. And now William Alexander had some other artists on there too, which were pretty good, like Buck Polson. He was kind of funny. Now Buck Polson I used to like to watch him. I still do, because he's very unpredictable. And when he does a painting, it truly does look like crap for a while. Sometimes, a lot of the times it does. You're like, God, that ain't never gonna look like nothing. Even though I know better, I'm still thinking it's just not gonna look good. But when it gets done, it's usually pretty good. I liked him too, though, because he did a lot of stuff that other people wanted to see. Like he did an old sea captain once, which is a portrait, and some things that different still life that Bob Ross didn't normally do. And there's other artists that were affiliated with William Alexander too. Yeah. Well, of course, being an artist, I wanted to watch Bob Ross. Back then, that's when I was learning what I wet in that time frame. But I don't know. I gotta say that Antique Roadshow has always been one of my favorites. I've always loved that show. Always have. It's amazing the stuff that they find on the Antique Roadshow. It's just amazing. I like the fact that they go to a lot of the different states. I know they've been up north in New England, but I didn't find one yet that they went up to New Hampshire yet, but they might have, but I probably missed it. But I mean, I've seen them all the way from Florida to up into Maine, even I think, in Massachusetts, definitely in Mass, New York, around there, Wisconsin. That must be quite an operation for them. I mean, I know it involves semis for their setup. They got to find the right buildings to set up in and all that stuff, and the advertising it takes and everything. It's quite the operation because they've got to give people. I bet they give people at least a month before they know they're coming. Um, to dig out their old antiques and whatever, and people go prowling around up in their attics up north. They don't have them down Florida, but they'll be looking up in their attic and down the cellar and whatever, trying to find all the antiques. It took getting stoned to like him again, huh? That's funny. Well, I always liked Bob, and Bob used to live here in Florida. And surprisingly, I'm surprised. I don't recall ever seeing him, but I used to go to Daytona once in a while, and Bob was very famous for painting right there on the beach. I might have seen him, but I don't remember it. If I had seen him painting, I mean, I was interested in art back then, even because I was going to that beach back there in the '70s, early '70s, and I'm pretty sure I would have walked up to see what he was doing, but I didn't. So maybe I missed him when he was there or something that weekend or something. And I went out there with some buddies on my bike riding with them, and of course we weren't really looking for anything like that. We were checking out the girls 'cause that's before I got married. So Bob Ross was the last thing we'd have been thinking of. And that's probably in the timeline that he was there, most likely. Mm. I'm really kind of surprised that I mean, there are some Bob Ross paintings out there, so he must have been selling some. Because I've seen them on eBay before for a minimum of 5,000. So he must have been selling some maybe on his early days before he hit TV. When anything he did on TV, it was never sold. But before that, he was still had a family, wife and kids, and had to pay the rent or the mortgage or whatever. So he must have, excuse me, he must have been selling them. Bob Ross, people don't know this. They think just he did wet on wet, but it's not true. He did learn from the masters like in traditional painting. He could do traditional painting, but the wet on wet was something way faster that he didn't develop it all, but it was developed by William Alexander. He's the one that developed it. Bob Ross kind of copied it and probably in some ways improved some of the things um, when he started doing that. And I think it was like anybody else. He just wanted to paint some paintings and help people learn how to paint, but quickly and not take forever to do it. So, hey, why not? If you can get somebody to paint a picture in an hour, start to finish, that's quite an accomplishment. Um, Now he does them. They're his run from usually 27 to 30 minutes long. Of course, they cut parts of that out, and he quickly catches up to it or whatever. But I mean, it's possible. Of course, by the time he does the one on TV, he's done that painting 2 times already, so he knows excuse me, he knows exactly what he's gonna do, exactly. So that does make a big difference when you're painting. You know, if you've done it before, you're definitely gonna the 3rd one's gonna be pretty quick. But, I can do I used to be able to do, a lot of his paintings in a half an hour myself. Sure. Or you can take a picture of them and, send them to my email. It's right down in the description down there. I'll definitely take a look at them. But you can yeah, I guess you can do a video on FaceTime too, or, um, yeah, just it is basically a video, or just do pictures, or you can just email them to me, one or the other. Doesn't make any difference to me, but I'm not on Facebook very often. When I get on Facebook, truthfully, I'm on my wife's account, which pisses her off because sometimes I forget that I'm on her account and I'll make a comment to somebody and, you know, she doesn't like it when I do that. Yes, I do have an Android phone. In fact, I can give you my phone number and you can text them to me if you want to. I don't doesn't bother me. The only ones in here is you, me, and Doc, and I don't mind either one of you having my phone number if you want to text me sometime. If you're wondering what's going on or what I'm doing or whatever, or if I'm going to have the stream. There's my cell phone number right there. You can both have it if you want it. I've never used it. I can try it, but I don't know if I have it or not. It sounds familiar, but I may have it, may not. Might have removed it for all I know. I have talked with my son on the Face Talk before a number of times. Duo, huh? Let's see. I got Zoom, but I never had much luck with that one. That one's always been a real pain in the ass. I had to do it for the state once, I think, or some meeting they had. They finally got off it too. Nope, I don't have the Duo on mine, Recon. But you got my cell phone number now, though, so it's pretty simple to send them or whatever, or take a video, send a video, or FaceTime, whatever. I was thinking there was a Duo on here, but I guess not. I've looked twice now. You don't see the number I just posted up right here? How can you not see that? I just posted it up. I typed it right in. 1, 2, 3, 4 messages up, something like that. Here, there it is right there. Look on the screen on the video. You should be able to see it there. See it now? Yep, I do have the Duo. It was in my Google box here. So, yep, you're right. I did have it. It's part of Google. If I'd known that, I'd look there first. Got it now, Recon? When you text me, just tell me who you are so I'll know. But I do get some of the solicitors that try to call and text and whatever, and I have to block them. If they say it's me, Recon, then I'll save it in my contacts. You can't see my number in the video up here where I'm talking? Really? I can see it plain as day. I don't see how you cannot see it. Yeah, that's it. You got it. I say, if I can see it on my phone, you should be able to see it on yours. No biggie. There's nobody in here but us anyway. In fact, I can remove it right now myself. It's no big deal. Well, no, I can't. I can remove it from there, though. Well, anyway, it's getting over that hour's time anyway. It's been an hour and 12 minutes, so I think we might as well shut her down. Oh, yeah, 7:20. Yeah. That's probably why you couldn't see it. Yeah, I turned mine back up too because it was it made it worse. Did that the other day. I couldn't figure out why the videos were so clunky, and I had to put it back up to 720p. Anyway, guys, we might as well shut her down tonight. Nobody else is coming in, obviously. Doc, Recon, I appreciate you both coming. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night. We'll see what's going on. And I always send out the notice anyway, so hopefully we can get more people in here soon. I know it's got to be boring for you guys just to be in here, just the three of us. Be nice if we had more, a lot more. I might regret them words one day if we actually get a mob of people in here, but we'll see. But anyway, you all have a good night. We're going to go ahead and shut it down. Take care, stay healthy, stay safe, and have a good night, guys. Yep, that's what I said too. I don't know. I haven't seen Doc type anything in a while, so he might be AFK or something. But all right, have a good night, guys. Doc, take care. I guess you must have been away from the computer when we shut her down. So have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.